So with Boruto Chapter 80 dropping in a couple of days, I do want to make another video out before the chapter does officially release. Now, I don't look at any spoilers, I don't really talk about them, I kind of just keep quiet until I read it live on stream on this channel, but I do want to make more community-based videos. So I did ask you guys in the community tab, what are your predictions for Boruto Chapter 80? If this video does well, I'll probably do this on a monthly basis where I'll include a lot of your guys' comments in the video. So let's just get straight into it, man. I'm not gonna lie, bro. First thing I gotta say, I know everybody's gonna say the Jougan's gonna appear in Chapter 80. I already know. Let's read it, bro. First comment from Wavy, though. I think the chapter will pick up from the last, so more of Boruto running in confusion and Momo giving us crumbs. I think we'll see a little of what Kawaki and Ada are doing. I'd like to know if Sasuke and Sumire are affected by Omnipotence, as well as what's good with the Jougan. Of course, bro, of course. My guess is we won't find out any Jougan details until Boruto is in despair and is almost out of hope. I do agree. It would be cool to know more details about Ada's abilities, as well as how Amato fits into all of this. Would be nice to find out the name of Ishiki's eye as well. That's true, bro. I don't know. They haven't revealed the name of Ishiki's dojutsu yet. That's kind of weird, man. I know people have been calling it the Dharmagon or whatever, but I definitely do agree with the first sentence, bro. Like, Boruto running confusion, Momo giving us crumbs. I feel like we're gonna get some action for sure, but with Boruto losing everything as we saw in last chapter, we're probably gonna continue to see more of that and how Boruto's gonna feel. You mentioning the Jougan, of course. I don't think we're gonna see it in the next chapter. I know people are saying we're gonna see it, but in terms of how Boruto's feeling of losing everything, I definitely do agree. He won't activate it until he feels like he is in despair and has no hope. I feel like that will be the perfect time for him to activate it, since right now he hasn't felt the weight of going through the omnipotence yet. As Momoshiki did state that the people who resist the omnipotence the most will suffer the most consequences of it. Right, so next we got from Godly X Gamer, Jogan needs to appear. Of course, you know what? I'm gonna put that in the title and thumbnail. If you hate that, cry, cope, L plus ratio. I gotta get this video out before the spoilers drop, man. From Golden Plays, I think the Jogan will appear, but more importantly, Koji and Code as well, because this feels like the perfect time for Code to attack and Koji to show off something. Hey man, we gotta see Kakashi and Koji. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a minute since we've seen Koji in the story. I think the last time we've seen him was what, Boruto chapter 47 or 48 when he fought Ishiki. So, and we know that Koji did escape. He didn't die off screen. I think that'd be crazy. He should still be alive. So personally, he's one of my favorite characters in the series, so seeing him back again would be cool. Whereas with Code, for him attacking, he did state that despite him building that army, he can't really attack right now since Ada and Damon are in the village. I disagree on that. If Code does get ambitious and he wants to do that, sure, but it has to be executed in a right way. Code has taken so many L's, and with him attacking the village with the Ten Tails army, with Ada and Damon still inside the village, I don't think that's the smartest move right now, but if he does, he's gonna have to execute properly, or else it's gonna be another embarrassing watch for Code. The next two panels we saw in the future scenes are probably going to happen. The one with Ina Shikacho, then Kawaki in his Karma Horn form. That's true. I think a lot of the chapter will be Boruto trying to convince everyone that he's not the bad guy, but it won't work. But Sasuke will most likely figure something out. Kawaki catches up to Boruto, they have a private talk, and then he tries to kill Boruto. He hits with his blade, Kawaki thinks he tries to kill him, but Boruto fakes his death. Something like that. Boruto faking his death would be crazy. Oh my god. I feel like we'll definitely see those future panels that was shown in chapter 75 for sure with Ino Shikacho. I definitely do agree with that. Kawaki trying to fight Boruto. We'll definitely see a fight like that, but Boruto faking his death? Hey Raves, I'm on board with that shit too. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a good theory right there. If that does happen, that'd be great, because here's the thing, Boruto's being hunted down by the village, and if he's going to quote-unquote fake his death, I think that's the best way for him to get away. Now, of course, the question is, how is he going to dodge Ada's Senringan? She can see absolutely everything. If the story does go down that route, she will know the truth. But, you know, him faking his death to get away would be pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. Next from L or J, the chapter will focus on Boruto and the chaos erupting around him. Sasuke will soon realize that something isn't right and might join Boruto to help him escape from Konoha. Sarada might join them as well. Amato will not be affected, as many have theorized, and use the switch up to his advantage, whatever his true plans might be. The chapter will probably end on a cliffhanger of Boruto and his squad running into the rest of the village, aka Shikamaru, Mitsuki, etc., or simply with them leaving the village. I've seen some discussion about that. I don't know if Sasuke will resist it, right? It does seem like the way they were talking about it last chapter, it seems like he was affected by it, right? So Sasuke could break out of it. I've already seen that from some of the other comments, especially now that Boruto is wearing Sasuke's headband. He could recognize that Boruto may not be in the wrong, but I definitely do agree with the chaos erupting around him, considering that now that he's the villain, right, everybody's gonna try to hunt him down. Moving on to Victor Bruno, I don't think I've ever been this hyped when it comes to a Boruto chapter than chapter 80. Hey man, I agree. I don't even think that's a prediction, that's just a fact. There's so much hype behind this chapter considering that Boruto's the villain, man. With what Kishi was doing, especially when he came back to write this manga, everybody was doubting him. The whole Kishimoto's washed, Kishimoto's not writing the manga, Kodachi's the ghostwriter of this series. I just feel like, you know, with all due respect, Kodachi's not doing this. With what happened in chapter 79, I expect the heats to continue. We haven't had banger chapters like this in a long time. In a long time, in terms of just story development, not even just fights wise, just considering what's happening in the story. I haven't felt this excited for reading the Boruto manga since, I don't know what, the Kakashi and Koji reveal, because Kakashi and Koji is one of my favorite characters. When that was happening and when Naruto entered Baryon mode. Next comment we got from Matet, Jashin gets mentioned and the setup for Jashin return begins. I mean, that could happen in the future for sure, but I don't think that's going to happen in the next chapter. Let's see what's people saying in the replies. This is completely cool, by the way. I just wish they developed Jashin more. Yeah, I want to hear I want to hear more about Jashin too. That's fair. That's fair. I don't think it's gonna happen next chapter. I've kind of, you know, I've heard the discussion about it. I'm not really on board with it because I don't really care about his character. But if they ever do bring it up in the future, I think that'd be a cool setup for sure. But for next chapter, don't think it'll happen. Next from Quiz. Since some jutsu and Boruto have a habit of being able to allow the person to go into a different dimension, I think the Jougan will be the same for Boruto. That's true. I think we get beaten so badly somehow, some way, he'll awaken it and hide in that dimension for the time being and take either Sasuke, if he beats Ada's omnipotence of course, or someone else to train him. Everybody's mentioning Jougan. Hey, for me personally, I don't think he'll awaken the Jougan next chapter, but the setup is there. He got the scar, and with Momoshiki foreshadowing that Boruto will lose hope, he will definitely awaken that Jougan sometime soon. Maybe not next chapter, but with Quiz's comment, I definitely do agree with this. I think he'll escape to another dimension with that Jougan. We've seen the Jougan have the ability to go into other dimensions. We've seen it in the anime. Moving on to Bravo got bans. Sasuke is prepared and is not affected by the omnipotence. The story flips with Sasuke's perspective from chapter 70 now. He and Amato had planned for Ada to be a wild card and possibly wield more jutsu unknown to anyone. He takes Boruto to a hideout where either Orochimaru or Kakashi or someone provides safety for Boruto and Sarada for a short period of time. The biggest question right now is Sasuke even affected by the omnipotence? In my opinion, I definitely do think he is, but I think he will find a way to break out of it. In terms of him being affected, we know the only people who can kind of resist it are the Otsutsuki, the blood relatives, and Sarada for some odd reason. We don't know the truth about Sasuke if he's even affected. They didn't mention it last chapter. Momoshiki said only Sarada for some unknown reason could resist it. So in my opinion, I think Sasuke is still affected. I definitely do think he will find a way to break out of it for sure. Moving on to Roger's comment, Code can feed Borushiki to the Ten Tails, but can Borushiki feed Code to the Ten Tails? I mean, Code is now Otsutsuki, right? Code isn't considered Otsutsuki, right? Considering that if he was, he would have been able to resist Ada's bedazzlement ability. I mean, Code did state in the manga that he is trying to harvest a chakra fruit, and once he does become an Otsutsuki, he will finally understand if his feelings for Ada is real or not. And that's another reason why he's trying to become an Otsutsuki. So he's not an Otsutsuki currently. He definitely does have some of the DNA with the white karma seal, but I don't think Borushiki can actually feed Code. That's why he's trying to feed Kawaki to Ten Tails. Moving on to Eni Yamani, this is the beginning of a new volume, so most of the chapter will most likely be the effects of omnipotence sinking in on board. So that's true. Maybe by the end we'll find out if Sasuke's immune or not. I didn't know it was the start of a new volume, but I definitely do think Boruto will understand the effects of the omnipotence in the next chapter. Next comment we got from Poki Joe. Boruto will try to fend off Mitsuki with Thunderclap Arrow and try to get him to understand, although he won't. Did we see it last chapter? I mean, we saw them fighting a little bit. Sasuke will come into the scene and through Boruto and his headband and Sarada realize what is happening, and then Kawaki will pull up because Ada will tell him Sasuke had figured it out, and it will end with him hurting Sasuke bad or even killing him. And Boruto can't help because he is fighting with Mitsuki while trying not to hurt him, and Sarada will potentially awaken Mangekyo because she is trying to reason with Mitsuki and seeing Sasuke get hurt, and because, damn, this is a long ass sentence. Because Team 10 isn't filled in and isn't under the Omnipotence, they pull up and try to shadow paralysis Kawaki. Wait, what? They are affected, right? Try to shadow paralysis Kawaki because of what he did to Sasuke, and tell him it isn't something you do to a friend because they will think Sasuke is on their side and doesn't realize he broke out of the Omnipotence. Hey Pokey, my guy, I'm gonna be real, that's a lot of stuff you said. That whole Team 10 interaction will happen. That definitely will happen. I think in the next chapter or in the following, we'll definitely see those future panels, as some other people said for sure. Chapter ends with Sasuke handing his sword and cloak to Boruto before entering his Susanoo form for a last stand. Maybe we get to see the real power of Momoshiki, and Himawari also may appear. You're the first person to mention Himawari. I think Himawari appearing, since she has that latent power we don't know of, I think that might be cool because it's like, yo, she found out that Naruto and Hinata are missing. Once she finds out that they were sealed away, and now that Kawaki manipulated everyone thanks to the Omnipotence, she's gonna think that Boruto killed her own dad. And with that being said, we don't know Himawari's true potential. We've seen her rage prior in the anime. Boruto versus Himawari might happen. I think that Shikamaru scene in chapter 75 will appear, and Boruto will fight Team 10 and may have a mental breakdown. Himawari may hate him after knowing he killed her parents. That would be fire, my boy. Boruto fighting Team 10 is something that many of you guys have been mentioning. I'm definitely on board with that. I think it will be about Ada's ability, or maybe that it failed, or Sasuke escaping it in a fight. And maybe at the end of the chapter, the Jougan will appear. Hey man, a lot of Jougans. A lot of Jougan comments. Next comment from Mythic. Boruto and Momo will team up against everyone in order to escape, because Momo says in chapter 72 he won't let Boruto die again. That's true, man. That's true. Boruto does not want to get killed. Momoshiki doesn't want to see his vessel die because he has his own plans, of course. And with that being said, I definitely do see them working together to escape. That's definitely a possibility to happen, because right now Boruto's going to be hunted down. To be honest with you, there's no other option but to escape. Next comment, King of the North 771. Momoshiki will help Boruto escape. I think this is where Boruto gives up on living. Good comment, bro. I agree. Shadow Slayer, we'll see more of the effects of Ada Shinjutsu for sure, because the Omnipotence has just happened, right? So we'll definitely see more of those effects. I agree. Brent Olive, nice comment. I think the chapter needs to focus on the biggest changes in the entire series. Naruto is dead and the ninja world has to pick up the pieces. Yeah, bro. With everyone thinking that Naruto has died, I would love to see everybody else's reaction in the other 5 great nations, hearing that Naruto has quote-unquote been killed by his own son. That would be crazy, man. Next comment from Blank, Koji will return, or Sarada will get Mangekyo. I think these two will definitely happen, for sure. Sarada will definitely get her Mangekyo. That'll definitely happen. Koji returning is still like unknown, but I really hope he does. I don't think it'll happen next chapter, but it definitely will happen in the future. Boruto's Jougan is gonna help him escape from Kawaki. Boruto will unlock the Jougan. Okay, Boruto and Momoshiki will fight or kill Sasuke, or Sasuke is going to approach Boruto and either not be affected by Ada, or is not affected and breaks out of it in time. If Sasuke is gonna die, I see it having to happen this upcoming or in the next couple of chapters. Okay, fair. Well, we saw Momoshiki's short vision, which she could die, and Kawaki might happen this chapter. I agree. I definitely do think we'll definitely see that. Kawaki might kill Ada. This could happen in the future for sure, but right now they're kind of on the same team. Boruto escapes by the end of the chapter, or at least discovers a way to escape for sure. Someone is going to die or be seriously critically injured. That could happen. My boy Vex says chapter 80 finna be fire. Of course. That's not even a prediction. That's just facts. Moving on. Boruto's gonna get cornered by everyone, gets a mortal wound to Kawaki. Momo will take over and either flee him to a different dimension or planet, and we see Boruto breaking down at some point. Hey, I'm on board with Boruto breaking down. I want to see that for sure. A lot of the comments I'm seeing very similar. Boruto breaking down, him escaping to a different dimension, him awakening the Jougan. I think many of us are in agreement here. Next comment from Orochimaru PR. Orochimaru and Koji will train Boruto. That is if they even appear in the manga. Next comment from Rain. Jogan is going to awaken by Boruto. We might see Sasuke fight Kawaki. Kakashi and Koji might appear. I didn't think people were still asking for him. That's cool, man. I hope he does appear, but I don't think it'll happen in chapter 80, but I'm hoping he'll appear in the future. Sasuke versus Kawaki would be cool, but we don't know if Sasuke's been affected. I think he is, but he eventually will break out of it. Next comment from Zantoro. Boruto solos the verse. I guess. Jackson H. I don't think anything groundbreaking will happen. It'll be sort of a setup chapter in a ways. I actually agree. I don't think anything crazy will happen yet. It's sort of like we'll see the effects of the Omnipotence. I think we'll get a Mitsuki versus Boruto fight. That'd be cool. And we'll see the reaction of Konoha people finding out about Naruto's death. I doubt that we will see Sasuke this chapter, but if we do, I can see him interfering in between Mitsuki versus Boruto and discovering the truth about Boruto. That he really didn't kill Naruto, of course. And that's when he saves Boruto. I agree with this first couple sentences. I don't think it'll be anything crazy. A lot of these comments are like, oh, Boruto's gonna awaken the Jougan, somebody's gonna die, he's gonna escape, he'll break down. I definitely do think those things could happen for sure, but in terms of how Kishimoto's been writing this manga, he's been taking his damn time. Of course, when there's action, he goes at 100%, right? But with the whole Omnipotence happening, I definitely think that, yes, we might get some battles for sure, but I think we need some dialogue about the after effects of the Omnipotence, people finding out and reacting about Naruto's quote-unquote death. I think that's very important as well. I know a lot of people are excited to see Boruto awaken his Jogan. Everybody keeps talking about it, but the after effects of the Omnipotence, per Momo's words in last chapter, the people who resist the Omnipotence will suffer the consequences the most. Moving on to Bunny Senpai's comment, Boruto will fake his death. I really hope he does fake his death. That'd be fire as shit. I ain't gonna lie. Boruto gonna torque on Kawaki. Pause like shit, my boy. Those are all the comments. This video does well. I'll do another predictions video like this for next month. I'll probably do this on a monthly basis if you guys like it. Make sure you guys look in the community tab because I'll try to post there more. Also, I probably won't upload any more videos until the chapter does release. I do want to say though, on the 20th when the chapter does release, I will be reading the chapter live on stream at around 10-11 a.m. So if you do want to catch that stream, make sure I'll drop a sub and hit that noti bell where I've been reading the chapters, man, live on stream. Let me know what are your predictions in the comment section below. If you have any other predictions for this upcoming chapter, I don't really have any predictions. I kind of want to just go into this spoiler free without knowing anything. Of course, your boy does not look at any spoilers. And with the NBA playoffs going on right now, your boy is going to be busy watching basketball, of course. Also, I'm fasting. Ramadan's going to be ending this week, so I'm pretty busy. So I won't be looking at any spoilers. But let me know how you guys feel about this video in the comment section below. What is your prediction for Boruto Chapter 80? And tell me, how excited are you for this upcoming chapter? So if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the bell as well, and have a good day. Peace.